It's amazing what's going on in Washington, and I'm glad that we have a unified team that is fighting hard to withstand this massive onslaught of who we are as a nation, which is going on in our nation's capital. And every time you see a conservative congressman or woman, I think you got to give them a hug and tell them to stay the course and to be strong, because these are trying times in Washington. Leader Smith, I wish you great success this election cycle. I've seen firsthand what happens when committed conservatives get into positions of responsibility at the state legislature. It happened in Florida, and I'm proud of the accomplishments working with the new rookie governor that the Florida legislature did in advancing a conservative agenda that is now in many ways a model for others that aspire for more provocative policy changes. So I wish you well. And John, I'm so encouraged to hear you speak. It reminds me that the old dogs like myself need to get out of the way and let the next generation of conservative Republican leadership take hold, because I sense a little bit of nostalgia had kicked in. Our blood was not, our veins were a little caked, the blood wasn't running as fast, and we lost our way over the last 2 or 3 election cycles, thinking that we could just go back to the old playbook over and over again and expect the results that we had in the 80s and 90s. And in fact, the world does change, doesn't it? We're living in times of incredible dynamic change. And it's now time for us as a party, and certainly for conservatives that believe in limited government, to challenge the basic assumptions of how we project our philosophy, how we organize ourselves, and recognize that 2010, 2012, 2020 ought to be what these elections are about, not about 1980. And if we do that and stand true to the timeless principles and values that we have, my guess is that we will ride the wave of discontent and anger, but also ride the wave, done properly, of the positive hope that people will begin to believe again. Why does it matter that you provide support to these men and women that aspire to be in positions of leadership in the majority in the Pennsylvania House? It matters, it seems to me, for 3 reasons. One, it matters because of redistricting. If you don't care about your own community, think about the whole state and think about making sure that lines are drawn for Congress here in Pennsylvania and across the state that are fair and equitable, because if the playing field is fair and level, my guess is that Republicans will win if they stand on principle and find better ways to communicate their message. Secondly, it will send a very positive signal to the opinion leadership here and in Washington, D.C., that the people of Pennsylvania are sick and tired of this massive avalanche of higher taxes, more regulation, more spending that is trying to redefine who we are as a nation.